Mac, thanks for taking the time this week. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I don't know if you set your alarm this morning. Bill Belichick spoke early with the Greg Hill Show, and he had some very, very nice things to say about you, very complimentary rather, about your workout regimen, the type of shape you're in. He said you have a solid camp, lots of improvements, reads, decision-making, timing. I guess first question, just your reaction to your head coach speaking that way about you and your offseason.
Yeah, I think obviously just trying to build a good plan, and we had really good conversations throughout the offseason about what I need to get better at and how I can help the team. So I really just want to apply it to the games, and feel like we made a lot of progress, throughout OTAs, fall camp, and the games and stuff. But now this is what we've been working for, so just trying to apply it to the games.
Do you agree with his assessment, with the areas where you've made strides? And I guess if not, where do you feel like you've grown the most from a year ago?
Yeah, I think, we haven't played yet, so it's just trying to realize that you're just working, trying to stay consistent. For me, that's the biggest thing, just stay to my routine and let the results take care of themselves. I think that's the important part. For me, I've always kind of been that type of person, and really just focus on the process and let everything else handle itself.
The team made a lot of roster maneuvers last week, especially at the quarterback position, different guys backing you up. Added Matt Corral. How has it been having him on the team?
Yeah, I think I played against him in college, and he's a great quarterback, and obviously was with the Panthers and stuff, so he has some good knowledge, not only from there but with Coach Kiffin in college as well. So, I think we have a good room, and really just trying to get ready to go beat the Eagles and focus on how can we help each other and be the best we can be and bring the team together, get the defense ready to play, whether that's on scout team, and then obviously the defense is helping us too. So we all know we got to do, really just trying to sharpen everything and make sure we're ready to go.
Those 24 to 48 hours seem kind of nuts from the outside looking in. Just the all the moves in the quarterback room with Corral coming in, Bailey and Malik out for a little bit, then they're on the practice squad. Have you had a chance to? Obviously, you have. What have you said to guys like Bailey after what seemed like a rocky 24 to 48 hours?
Yeah, I think it's just part of the business, and it's tough. I think it's really hard for the coaches and GMs around the league. You have to make a lot of hard decisions, and it just proves to me that the NFL is a business, and you got to be ready every day. Just got to work hard and just focus on what you can control, right? That's all you can do.
So I think I know the answer, and based on what you just said, focus on what you can control. Do you have any roster input?
I'm the quarterback, so I don't really focus on that. I just try to, if I'm supposed to hand it off. I'm supposed to throw it.
But would you want me? Because, and I know, like, I get it. It's Bill's in charge of it, and, Matt Groh has input. But, like, a lot of quarterbacks in the league do have input on roster decisions, and, they'll talk with personnel people about who they want on the roster and who might fit. Is that something you would want?
Really just focus on me and what I can do better. You have no control over that stuff. So always, like I said, just stick to my routine, and at the end of the day, you have a routine in season, right? We're in season now, so Monday I'm doing this, Tuesday I'm doing that, Wednesday. So just trying to get back into that, focus on the controllables, and really just focus on your attitude and your effort, and that's all the things you can control, really.
Now that you're in season, preparing for the Eagles, what is it like preparing for a team that has at least a projected pass rush like that?
Yeah.
For you, are you psyching yourself up a different way? Not even judging by the state of the health of the offensive line, but for you, is it a little bit different when you're going up against pressure like that?
Yeah, I think as you guys saw all last year in training camp and all that, they've done a great job. They got great players up there. Obviously have drafted really well at that position. They take a lot of pride into that, and they have the best defensive line in the NFL. So at the end of the day, we just have to go out there and compete and try and control what we can control, and understand that we're going against a bunch of beasts.
Juju played against him in the Super Bowl, and he had a good game.
Yeah.
Has he given any insights? Have you leaned on him for any insight, not just from like what you may be picking up on the tape, or what you see on film, or what the coaches are telling you, but for somebody who was out there playing against it, beat them, have you leaned on him at all for any advice or insight on that defense?
Yeah. I think anytime he's on film, just asking him what he saw, what was the play, what were they telling you to do here, and all that stuff helps. It doesn't have to be him necessarily. It can be another veteran, but Juju has a great wealth of knowledge. Obviously, like you said, played against them and stuff, but it's a new year, and just trying to take in what he says. As a veteran player, I always appreciate that as a quarterback.
We know from our side there's been a lot of talk about the Juju's health of his knee and his history with that. How do you feel like the offense is in terms of where they're at there overall? There's been so many questions at the offensive line. How you're feeling going into week 1?
Yeah, I think, injuries are part of it. I do think, not to talk about everybody else, but he has practice every day, Juju, and he's out there grinding, and a lot of the guys are. So feel like being healthy is a challenge in the NFL, especially when we practice really hard, which is great, and it gets us ready for the game. So you just have to use it to your advantage, knowing that we practice hard, we're going to go out there and feel confident and all that. So definitely part of the game. You see it, around the league at other teams too. It's just trying to work through and get as many people back as possible. But I do have a lot of confidence just from working with the different groups of people, whether it's the wide receivers or some, the young offensive linemen. They've done a great job. So just instilling confidence in them and letting them know that they can do it,
We're talking to Mac Jones, Patriots quarterback, here on Jones and Mego with Arcan on WEEI. You mentioned health. There was some speculation last week that maybe you weren't completely healthy coming out of the Green Bay game.
The preseason game.
The preseason game, is that accurate?
Oh no, I've never heard that one.
But you're
good. Yeah.
So you're 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah,
you would have been
great.
and you would have been good to go in that Tennessee game, the third preseason game, if the coaches wanted you to.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So just clearing that up. When it comes to, and again, Bill mentioned your fitness and your health and your routine. Is there anything you changed in that regard compared to last year, or is it just more growth with what you've done in the past?
Yeah, I think definitely growth, just learning from the older guys, Slater, people like that, just trying to add to your, repertoire of things you can do to recover. And really it comes down to just working hard. You can't really cheat it or take a magical pill or anything. Like you got to go out there and work hard and just be consistent with it. Just because the season's here, you can't stop working hard. So got to continue that. Hopefully it rubs off on some of the other teammates that I have, and just keep working and keep staying on schedule.
We were talking to Slater a couple minutes ago before you came in here, and we were talking to him about that game that you guys saw against Tampa Bay when Tom Brady came back here, the last time that Brady was in Gillette.
Yeah.
What do you remember from going into that game about how you were feeling as a rookie, knowing that he was going to be on the other side and having a pretty good idea of what he meant to and what he continues to mean to people in this region?
Yeah, he's definitely a legend, and I have all the respect for him. He's a great guy. He's actually helped me a lot already, and just talking to him or whatever, and he's been a great mentor and stuff. But he's a great player. I love watching his film. He pops up on game tape, obviously, from last year and everything too. So he's always on the film doing the right thing. So just trying to learn from him, and he's been awesome.
You said he's a mentor. Are you guys? We saw the photo from over the summer of you and Devin and Tom. And have you guys been able to build a relationship where you can reach out to him about Patriot-specific questions?
Yeah, I think whether it was Hoyer that was here, or whoever, you meet a lot of people that have known him and everything, and the stories and everything too. So that always helps. Just being able to learn from that, and he's always on the film, like I said. So just watching the footwork, the timing, his operation of everything. So he's definitely the greatest to do it, and that's why you want to watch him and learn.
I'm sure they asked you about this, obviously, what had happened in 2021. I know you spoke about Tom a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, now that he's called it quits, we think, and retired. What was it like going against him in that setting, though, in 2021? You're 4 games into your rookie year.
Yeah.
And how does that prepare you for the opener with him back in the building?
Yeah, I think I've always said, like, you're not really going against the other quarterback. It's kind of hard to say that, right? You're actually going against the other defense. So at the end of the day, we're never on the field at the same time. But you have to respect who's on the other side of the ball and really just play your game and take the emotion out of it and just go out there and, try and just do your thing.
You have a birthday.
Yeah, I do have a birthday.
It's a big one. How are you feeling about turning 25 and going into this week 1 of the actual season?
Yeah, I mean, I feel kind of old, I guess. 25, it's crazy.
Wait, is that late 20s? Is 25 late? That's
no,
mid-20s.
That's mid-20s.
That's mid-20s.
25 is a great age.
So we can't say late 20s, but yeah, mid-20s now.
Yeah, mid. I'd say mid.
What we were talking about this before. Mego sniffed this out. Good job by Mego. I was not fully prepared for this, obviously, but what stands out, good or bad, from I don't know, childhood birthdays? Are there any gifts that you got that you didn't like? Were there any great gifts that you received? Like, what jumps out from some childhood birthdays?
I mean, nothing crazy. We usually would go outside and play sports, That's what I wanted to do. So we'd always have birthday parties that were fun, and that's probably just in the yard throwing the ball around, so pretty fun.
You never did one of those birthdays where you go to like a pottery house
Yeah,
and paint like a
it's too boring.
Yeah, exactly. You paint like a vase.
Yeah. I was the kid who had the I told Mego this before. I had the roller rink party when it was like cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had it again the next year when it was no longer cool.
That's
Yeah,
bad.
it's a bad move, right?
Do that. Can't
Bad.
do
What'd you say? Bad ball?
Bad ball.
Yeah, big mistake. I'm going to blame my parents on that one, but big mistake. Well, it's time now for the quarterback question of the week, and it's brought to you by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in men's sexual health, with offices in Dedham, Marlborough, Woburn, and Salem, New Hampshire. You can visit northeastmenshealth.com. I'm curious, with the Eagles in 6 days, Matt Patricia on the other side, have you talked to him at all since he's left and gone to Philadelphia?
Yeah, I think, Coach Patricia is a really smart guy, and I have a lot of respect for him. Really enjoyed actually working with him. We put in a lot of hours together, so definitely shot him a text when he ended up there, and wish him nothing but the best. I think I really do respect him, and I have a lot of good times with him too.
Do you plan on I don't know, touching base with him? I don't know where he'll be. Will he be on the field? Will he be up in the box? I don't know. But you plan on touching base going up to that first game?
Well, I'm not sure where he'll be, but if I see him, I obviously will talk with him and catch up.
What sort of insight, do you have into his scheme, and does he have into you? That's kind of an interesting chess match going into it. From two guys who worked so closely together last year, it's not normal that you're going to have somebody move from the offensive side of the ball back to defense. So, what kind of insight do you have on him? What does he have on you?
Yeah, I think it's a great challenge. As a competitor, you want to be able to go out there and not think too much and just play fast and play my game. But yeah, he's a great coach. He's played or coached in a lot of big games and stuff like that. And they got a great defense with a lot of really good players. So got to respect the other side, and we do. And really just got to go out there and compete.
I remember last year you told us that you watch a decent amount of other NFL games just in broadcast form.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, at the point you're in your career, do you feel like you watch more NFL games like that? Or are you still going back to, just because it was, college starting up over the weekend, and I'm guessing you're still trying to catch every Alabama game?
Yeah, I watched the Alabama game. It was good. They got a big one next week, so we'll see what happens. I know me and AP are going back and forth already. Adrian, so I think we'll pull it out. But yeah, I do enjoy watching college football, and still know some guys on different teams and different coaches too. That's the cool part. I'm like, hey, that guy recruited me at Kentucky, and now he's in Miami. So it's just cool.
Do you think you'll watch any games with O'Brien?
Yeah, maybe. I know at the hotel we always have one on, but really just trying to focus on our game. But at the end of the day, everyone played college football on our team, and they have great passion for their team. So it's kind of fun to be able to talk with the guys. And if there's any head-to-head matchups, it's always fun to talk some smack.
Well, that's we know again that was the quarterback question of the week last week. Your smack talk is talked about league wide. He is Mac Jones, Patriots quarterback. Mac, we appreciate the time here on a Patriots Monday. Good luck on Sunday against the Eagles. Good luck this season.
Cool. Thank you, guys.